Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing H1Z1 Battle Royale for the PS4. H1Z1 Battle Royale is a free-to-play game developed by Daybreak Game Company. So the basic gist is you and a large group of other players get dropped onto a map. You start off with a basic handgun and have to loot and pillage the environment to find better weapons and better armour. The aim of the game is to kill all the other players and be the last person standing. Each match has a time limit, and this is managed by poison gas that surrounds the environment and slowly starts to shrink the gameplay area. You can choose from a variety of character bases and then customize them visually through cosmetics that you earn via gameplay or purchases using virtual currency or battle passes. You can get skins for clothing, weapons and cars, but at the beginning you really don't start with much at all. You've just got the very vanilla type stuff. This is where the battle pass comes in. Battle passes last for the duration of the current season. Once you purchase them, they let you earn unique cosmetic items during that season that you can add to your character. So the more you play during the Battle Pass season, the more you unlock, and that's how they keep most of the player base on board. The game map is fairly varied and features lots of different biomes from swamps, deserts and lush green areas. There are a wide range of structures, buildings, roads and random things where unique weapons may be lurking. So it's in your interest to be curious and do it fast because the other players may beat you to it. You can play solo, you can play in duos or in fives. The game also has some training maps available if you're a new player and you just want to practice and get your skill set up to a decent level. So what is the game like to play? Well, the game feels more like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds than Fortnite. It's more like a military shooter and the player base definitely reflects that. On average, the players in H1Z1, I'd say they're much better than other Battle Royale games I've played to date. Like, there weren't any easy kills. Every time I encountered another player, it felt like a genuine 50-50, and you really do have to earn your stripes in this game. I think it's mainly because the player base for this game is much smaller than, say, Fortnite, so you get a higher standard on average in each match. That also does create its own issues. The lobbies can take a little while to fill up and you will have to wait a while, maybe a number of minutes before you go into a match. So if you die in a match and you want to jump into another one, it can take a little bit of time. But back to the gameplay, you also have vehicles in this game and they really do help because the maps are quite large, so having a car will help you get around and it will help you also find resources quicker. The game has airdrops with unique items, but again, you've got to get there before the other players, so again, getting a vehicle will help. Overall, it's a decent Battle Royale experience that occasionally is let down by the clunky controls and graphics, but for a free game you really can't complain. It's pretty decent for a free game. Graphically, the game, it's very basic. It looks more like a PS3 game than any of the current PS4 standards. But saying that, everything looks fine, and overall, it does the job, barring the occasional graphical glitch and blue screen crash. But they didn't really happen that often. I had a couple, like in about 10-15 hours of gameplay. The menus though, they are painfully slow at times and they can make customizing your character's outfit a real chore. I'm not really sure why they take so long, but it's just the interface, it's very slow. You press a button, it doesn't immediately do what you say, so it does get a bit laborious. So overall, the visuals, they're a little bit hit and miss. The sound quality on the whole is pretty sort of mediocre, apart from the gun sound effects, which are very punchy. Everything else is a little bit basic. There isn't really much environmental ambience to speak of in the map. It's almost complete silence when you're playing most of the time. Okay, so what's good and what's bad? What's good? The game is free to download and it's free to play online against other players. It's a simple premise and the game doesn't overcomplicate matters. The game map is large and varied. The player base is a lot more challenging than Fortnite. The gameplay loop is very addictive. What's bad? The graphics aren't much to look at, the overall sound quality is pretty average, lobbies can take a long time to fill up, the menu system is a bit slow and the controls do feel a little bit clunky. Okay, so what's the verdict? H1Z1, it's a decent Battle Royale game and it's free. The player base seem a lot more hardened and that makes the game a lot more satisfying. So my score for H1Z1 Battle Royale is 7.5 out of 10. It's a solid game which does what it says on the tin. It's more military focused than say Fortnite. Player base, it may be smaller, but I would say the overall standard is higher, so it's definitely more of a challenge. So if you're playing Fortnite and you're kind of a bit bored of it, or you feel like it's a little bit too soft and easy, this is something that's a lot more unforgiving and harder, and the player base you're going to come up against are going to be more brutal in terms of they're going to be ruthless. It's not going to have, you're not going to be able to walk around just popping people left, right and centre. So if you're looking for more of a difficult challenge, this is it. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you.